Hello.
I'm KrusKader. Here we have Mecharasium once again. And this is Warframe, Boss Rush. So we're gonna do almost all assassination missions, except for it, who is randomly spawning at random levels. Ambulance, who is...
Well, Ambulance is locked behind an arena mode. Yep.
And also mission itself is really dumb. Like, it's 10 minutes wait, basically. And Mutalist LRV, who's donation incentive, so get your donations if you want to see him. But anyway, let's get this party started. 3, 2, 1, go!
Nice.
So for this run I'm gonna be using Nova, which has ability called Wormhole, which allows me to just teleport at long distances instantly. I only just got Nova before heading off to ESA, so I'm not that skilled at her, because I was mostly running with Nesha. Nesha is fast, but is not as fast because he cannot teleport.
That's... congratulations, you actually got kind of out of bounds.
Yes, I managed to actually get out of bounds couple times with wormholes already. This ability is pretty crazy sometimes.
It's not like just that wormhole. You can, like at the previous Warframe patches, you could actually bullet jump at any, or like pretty much any door. And if you got the jump correctly, you could just go to the upward part of the door without like any cool like things. So here we are using kind of an imbalanced weapon called the Kid Gun, Catch Moon. So
this weapon has really disgusting high damage, and on top of that, infinite ammo, and clip recharges itself when I stop firing. So that's pretty disgusting.
Yeah. So the majority of the Warframe speedruns are based around some like very important things. So not only we like majority are using Nova for speedruns, and these speedruns are either planet-based, so like you clear the specific planet fast enough, so like clear Mercury fast, like Ares, like whatever. There is also an aspect of knowing a tile set, because whenever you load a new mission gets generated, and the tile sets are pretty much the same. So there is a high chance that the mission will be either a long one or a short one. So if we'll take a look at IL rankings of Warframe and like take a specific like boss-only missions, these missions are very fast. So it was a pretty good like Captain War kill, but hey, we're going to the Jackal now.
Jackal is four-legged robot of Corpus. It can fire homing missiles, summon drones, also fire machine guns, create shockwaves, but we won't see any of this because our Catchmoon Kid Gun is just that strong.
Or otherwise we can just use one of the Nova's abilities called Antimatter Drop, combined with Molecular Prime. Oh, you can drop at the left, by the way.
I what?
You could drop like that. That's a little time save you could do, like to avoid elevators, because nobody likes elevators in general, and these friendship doors, nobody likes them too.
Oops.
Rip. So yeah, basically Nova's abilities kind of deal more damage if you have high strength on your Warframe. And one of the abilities called Molecular Prime, which is her like fourth ability, her ultimate ability, it actually makes everything faster if you have low amount of strength. So an example, Runner is using a build that gives him around 40 strength, 175 efficiency, which is a cap of efficiency, 190 range, which is kind of okay, and 70 duration. Which combined gives like the main ability of the speedrun called Wormhole, such a good duration of 11 seconds and the range around 92. So that's kind of some numbers for you to play with. Yeah, kind cool. So coming up, Wayhack. Why these fools still breathing my air?
My favorite quote of Wayhack is from Plains of Eidolon, which is, "My goose kill to live, and live to kill, and kill! Kill!"
I mean, like, that's kind of not. So, you know, if you will fail this specific boss fight, that will result in your failure to continue. Okay, that's gonna be kind of rude, so not gonna do that. So there is a very important tip for the fight. If you'll turn on your minimap, so it'd be like the one you see on the screen. So like, there is a big minimap on your right. So before moving to a next tile set, you can actually see the the yellow marker there that tells you the exact location. So if there is so if there is a Wayhack in that specific tile set, you can actually ignore Wayhack and go like further to the next tile set, basically ignoring 3 kind of phases where you can damage him. So yeah, still breathing my air. Unacceptable. Oh yeah, going out of bounds in Warframe speedruns is unacceptable as well. Your run will be rejected. So yeah, no cheating.
No cheating.
But you've cheated as well, like 2 times already.
Unfortunately.
So yeah, here, because Wayhack is a very cool made boss that has like a lot of invulnerability like time, we actually have to wait when he opens up his like head to actually damage him. To increase the speed of him doing that, we're using molecular prime. Molecular prime increases the speed of the boss as well, so like his motion of like when he actually opens up his like head. So yeah. Besides that, this boss is kind of annoying. So the majority of boss rush speedruns, if we actually want to get a good time, they actually start with Wayhack because the this boss is just, well, unacceptably kind of not cool for a speedrunning. He can give you a lot of openings, he can give you like a lot of small openings, but still, whenever he gets low, the second phase, just kind of 2 shots from Catchmoon, sorry, will finish him off. Yeah, very cool boss fight, nice execution. So yeah, the knowledge of the tile sets effectively allows you to go fast because tile sets never change in this game. So like, if we compare Warframe to speedruns to like some Isaac speedruns, pretty much the same like mindset can be applied. So like, if you have any mapping tools like Liberty Cap and Isaac or like a general map, you can just by using your mind and big brain strengths, figure out the way where the exit is, and the same principle applies to Warframe. If you know where the exits and like potential points of the specific tile sets is, you can manipulate these, like you can use that knowledge to go slightly faster. So yeah, very important thing to do in a speedrun. So we're coming to Mars. The boss of this location is Lieutenant Legkrill. Legkrill, oh, that's kind of bad movement from the runner, but the runner is fine. He's good. Look at his hair. Nice. So Legkrill is well, very similar to Wayhack because he has a lot of invulnerability things that will keep him alive for a very long amount of times, and we're gonna do like the same things that we've done earlier. So we're gonna use Molecular Prime to increase the speed of his actions, and then we're gonna wait until he like freezes up to destroy the specific tubes. There's 4 tubes at his body, and before we destroy these 4 tubes, we can't really damage the boss. So yeah, in a speedrun, this boss can kill you, but it's not. It doesn't happen that much often. So yeah.
I personally don't like him because casually I don't think that his backpack was clear enough that you have to shoot it, and Yeah.
Yeah, like nobody explains it that you have to shoot the backpack. So pretty much that's why people at the sorties, when sorties were just like introduced, and sorties are like high-level missions where you can get additional like cool drops, like end-game drops. So yeah, so people at early like sorties that pretty much skipped the rest of the game and just like focused on high-level content, they had like no clue. Oh wait, what's this boss? How do I kill him? Like, but hey. Some people figured it out. Hey, yeah, cool. We got a very quick quill on leg krill, and so we're coming to a sergeant.
No, there is no boss. This is actually fake. There is no boss in this mission.
What?
Yeah, this is
What do you mean? Like,
you'll see.
Yes, there. Like, they said that there is a boss assassination mission
And
in this level.
And yet, this assassination has no boss. You just run to a point and then suddenly you go extract. No boss. Oops. A bit movement fail.
Wait. But who's that guy on the right called the sergeant?
I don't know, some corpus dude. I don't know.
Hey, he's mocking ESA. Kill him! Like, legit, kill him. Yo, shoot this guy.
Oops, I accidentally killed him.
Yo, this was the boss. Fine. So, basically, this is one of the last bosses that are still let's say, unchanged by the Digital Ocean. So Digital Ocean kind of like want to remake the bosses by making them look kind of complicated. So they remade Ambulance by making him absolutely long and not fun to play against. Oh, Nightmare Assassination. Why didn't you do that? Joke. So, same they applied to Killa the Thame, the boss of Sedna, which we're gonna be fighting. So, basically, the last boss that was not remade still is the Sergeant. So, if you still didn't understand what do I mean by reworked, let me explain. So before a specific patch that first remade Killa first Killa and then Ambulance. If I'm not wrong, if I'm wrong, then sorry. So Ambulance was using regular MOA model, and Killa the Thame was using regular Ballista model, which is like the sniper model of the Green Eater faction. So yeah, they reworked both bosses and left Sergeant alone. So yeah, if you check speedrun.com leaderboards level 1s, you'll notice that there is no thing as Sergeant boss fight. There is an Iliad tile set. The world record for the Iliad tile set is around 16 seconds, as far as I remember. Right. So kind of explains why it is a tile set, because there is no boss. But hey, this is a Lekrill plus Captain War, and they both of them are dead. Challenge completed. Can pick up 8 mods. Nice.
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 So those challenges are Nightwave, which is a new thing, and sometimes you can get Nora who runs all that say something.
We are up and ready to party.
However, recently she wasn't saying my favorite line, which is "Ladies and gentlemen, listeners of all ages, I present to you, walking amongst us, the once and future badass." Yeah, she doesn't say that anymore, sadly. At least I can't get her to say that anymore.
Why don't you just manipulate her then? Like a speedrunner.
Okay, now we're gonna fight Alad V.
Salad V.
Ah yes, Salad V. The crazy scientist of Corpus, who basically took couple Thanos, cut them into pieces and assembled together.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, this planet was remade from kind of a scratch by D. So kind of they introduced a lot of like new tile sets there. They reworked a lot of things in this planet, because before that the rework this like tileset wasn't that good. So yeah.
Oh shit, where am
Like,
I?
wait, is that the rare? Oh no, that's not rare. I'm kind of dummy. So yeah, Alad V in kind of a lore of Warframe, it has a very big role that never gets explained to a new players. So like, new players will never know why infested Salad V like appeared in the first place, why Alad is kind of trying to disassemble Warframes, while Alad was kind of exiled from the Corpus deck, if I'm kind of wrong. So that's kind of a gap, at least in like right now in Warframe, because all of the new players that came after Plains of bottom left, yeah, this way. So like, all the new players that came after Plains of Eidolon or Valis or like after Jupiter, they never get that experience with Gradevo's Dilemma, in example, with Mutilist Incursions, as far as I know, and other cool stuff. So yeah, we're gonna skip the next boss and instead play the very new addition to our collection,
The
Ropalolist, or Ropalolist, and well, prepare your memes.
Honestly, I don't like the fight itself because boss is pretty glitchy and also its damage is... Oops. I again screwed up. Let's...
What am I? Was a farmer. My mother, a carpenter. Okay. So pretty much, this is a huge spoilers to main plot to Warframe, because you can actually see what the okay, there's not nobody knows that. Okay, sorry if I spoiled something, but well, does not matter. But at the same thing, if you watch like Warframe speedrun, like, then it's not a problem. So yeah, Ropalolist boss fight. Ropalolist fight is kind of a mess.
Yeah, it's glitchy and the damage dealt by him and his odds is plain absurd. I can die like in split second from full health.
So yeah. To kill Ropalolist, you have to...
Yeah, there we go. First,
you don't have to die. Okay, first of all, you have to discharge his shields. To do that, we switch to an operator form and, well, try to just get him rid of the shields. Then we are waiting for him to overcharge one of the energy pylons. And then we just drive this madman against them to... Well, yeah.
and now we have to hit his weak point, which is easier said than done. And then we activate this thing, which fries
Cool
him.
effects. Yeah. And basically we have to repeat this cycle two more times with no additional attack boss from the boss. Pretty much nothing, just pay attention to the boss and hopefully nothing is gonna happen, like nothing bad's gonna happen. Because...
Oh, shit.
Oh, yo, drive it away somewhere. Show them how it is to drive good Ropal... Oh, well, okay, you can do that as well. So yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I think you just... Yeah, you...
I messed up.
Yeah, happens. Again, like, it happens.
Oh wait, I think his shield's recharged.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Oops.
And like, this is fine because, hey, nobody knows how to fight this boss correctly. Oh, notice that your HP is very high while you're riding Ropalolist.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, now the second weak point, which... I think I hit it? No.
You didn't. Still. Nice.
Where's the...
Yeah, we're hitting it big. Live at ESA Summer 2019.
This boss is a mess, just like my attempt at dealing with him.
Nice. So there is one more until we can finish it. Nice. You got you actually got it. Nice.
Nice.
So pretty much this is a rope lowest fight, and there is one more thing that can happen now is that whenever you charge the last attack, like from the sky, it can just randomly go away, like, hey, nothing's happened, so... Oh, you actually got it, I think.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Just, yeah, sin void not happen. Ah, nice. So, pretty clean Ropola skill.
Clean-ish.
Smiley face.
Oops.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Whoops, I screwed
Yo,
up.
that was big brain, like, strats.
Oh. Nice.
If you think so.
4:45, which is a really bad time, but it's actually better than anything I got in practice.
Oh, so it's like your PB.
Not
Practice PB.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh wait, first change to... And now we're gonna fight Raptors on the Europa. And Europa used this crashed freighter tileset, which is one of the worst in the whole game, in my opinion. Oh.
Well, the bosses aren't very nice too. Oh yeah, Raptor was reworked slightly as well in one of the old patches already. I don't remember what was before then, but hey. Raptors now kind of require you to destroy one of the bosses that spawns depending on how much people are in your squad. And then throw some like reactor cores back at their furnace. Yo, top left. Go to the top. No, yeah. Yo, so here and up. Yeah, nice. It's like this tile set is kind of hard. Just wormhole.
Hold on, I'm gonna do this a bit.
Yeah, like.
Oh.
Happens. Left. Yep, nice. It's like, it's just a problem of these tile sets is that, well, given the fact that the system is never be perfect for these waypoints, sometimes, especially in this specific tile set, it gets kind of glitchy and it's very hard to navigate your way out unless you actually know the tile set. Okay, so this is the reactor core. You have to pick it up before it blows up, and you press F to pay respects. Boom! That's the first one done. Now another one. And oh, you missed it. Okay, fine. So pick it up and drop it up. That's two done. Nice. And the final one. Nice. So like, if you will kill the boss before it shows up, you can actually save like a bunch of seconds before because you don't have to wait until you get a prompt to pick it up, and you don't have to wait until
I'm out of juice.
I mean, it happens. Whoa. Oh, okay, fine. So like, basically, the runner is doing fine. Real fine. Nice.
Yeah. Next boss is one that gave me a lot of trouble when I first played the game. General Sargas Rak. And we actually also have for it here, who's the random boss, which we don't fight.
We can fight it now. Come on, it's a boss rush. Boss rush. Like seriously, like why not?
I don't know. Anyway, I think we can squeeze one donation in.
General Sargas Ruck has become a problem for our
Effect donated $25. Happy to support such a good cause.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Bottom.
to regain control of this system.
This is probably my least favorite room of this tile set.
Well, there is how much? There is 3 doors, and you kind of have to figure out which is the proper one. It's not the hardest tile set because I think the hardest tile sets are still on the corpus side. So yeah. So General Sargas Rock.
First we wait for him to open up his weak spot, and then we just wreck him. And also I hope that
Weak spot open.
that what's his name, Dragmaster won't spawn, because it can use its glaive to steal my gun.
So there's this strange like trend of making the Warframe bosses, at least like 4 of them, kind of having the same mechanic that they play around. So basically they have a lot of invulnerability frame, like invulnerability times where you can't damage it at all. Then you have like that small, tiny, literally non-existing weak point open. Then you shoot them like a bunch of times, like maybe 1 bullet or 2, and then they go back to the invulnerability. Like it's kind of not fun to play. But at the same time, if we'll take another approach, like at that question, Warframe is kind of a game where all speedruns besides Alert Percent, Wars Price Percent, which I run personally, and like actually that's all of the new game runs. So like the rest of the speedruns for this specific game are done in New Game Plus, like in New Game Plus option, let's say that. So the thing is, on a high level, like in a New Game Plus edition, let's say, there is no way you can actually make a cool boss without kind of making him like gated, because high-level bosses, while like with Riven mods, which, well, let's not speak about Riven mods, okay? I don't want to put a very serious round like in a game that kind of was fine at the start, and right now it has some problems.
Let's talk about this boss, Stilregor, crazy scientist who also has very nice sense of humor.
In your
Sorry, I haven't practiced much Nova.
Would you look at you? Worthless, ugly freaks.
And also he tends to just go away, and then he doesn't show up for a long time.
Fun fact, he's actually hiding behind that door, but you can't damage him even if you use AoE ability, as far as I remember. So basically these were first 2 phases, and there is one more. Oh yeah, he destroys the window now, and the bottom floor is kind of like watered up completely.
Also, in between phases we fight some Manics, which are some werewolf ninja thingamabobs.
They actually tend to laugh like crazy, that's why they're called Manics.
Because they're maniacs.
Oh well, same thing.
Did I kill it? Also, I think those Manics can sometimes just drown, although I'm not sure, it feels like it. Because they're gone before I kill them, and they're never to be seen again. And now we basically
check if there's an enemy on your right. Yeah, in this pass.
Okay, Tucson should show this on enemy radar, so no, I don't think.
Actually, come close to the door on your right. Yeah, this one. Yo, no, wait. Oh, fine. Yeah. So, like, there is 2 enemies that spawned inside that door, and because of that, Stilregor could not, like, quickly spawn. So, yeah, it happens sometimes in the speedruns, especially against Stilregor, but, well, it's easily... Yo, nice save.
Yeah.
Very nice save. Hell yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna fight Hyena Pack, which is basically a Jackal but tiny and in multiple units.
There is also one very important thing about this boss fight, is that there is 4 hyenas total, and if you're running on a squad, you
Wait.
get like different hyenas every time, and the hyenas you get are always random, and their abilities are kind of random. So there's 4 hyena types, as I've said already. So there is a hyena that is revolved around magnetic damage, which drains our energy, and well, it's kind of the worst one. There is fire hyena, which is probably the easiest one. There is cold hyena, which slows us down very, very seriously. Nice. And there is, I think, lightning hyena, which just throws some lightning bolts, and that's all.
I remember that there is some lead hyena which shoots machine guns.
Oh, don't they all have machine guns?
Have identified
Well, that one has ability that it jumps up and spins around.
specialization and arsenal.
It's probably an index one. Probably. I don't remember fighting hyenas for a very long time,
Yeah.
and I never really paid attention to the hyenas that spawn at the
Oh,
event.
and I killed both of them
Nice.
in one hit, so nice.
Yeah,
Also,
very nice.
Take them down.
also, those guys are nullifiers. They nullify my abilities, including buff from Wormhole, which increases my running speed.
Well, escape velocity is above that kind of gives you movement speed.
What?
Looks like activity ahead.
Like, it's kind of a big buff for a run, because we have to navigate through tile sets very quickly to set up our next. Oh, the guys on Stream 1 having a very big amount of fun. Nice.
Also, I finally got what's going? A message
From
question mark, question mark, question mark.
wait, do you think question mark might be your secret fan that sends
Maybe.
you love letters?
Maybe.
Hey, do you want to check his love letter?
I can check after this fight.
You can try. So yeah, so speaking of a kill of the Thame, also known as reworked one. So there was an event in Warframe, let's say history, where we had to save some Greeneer defects from being exterminated in an area mode called Rathum. So Kill of the Thame is the executioner at the Rathum, and well, we kind of cheated by saving the innocent people. So that's why she wants like to kill us now. Hell yeah. So Kill of the Thame is kind of a fun boss in my opinion. It follows the same like problem, because there is an invisible, like invulnerability part where you just can't damage her. There is a part where you just have to wait around.
Oops.
And there is orbital strikes that can pretty much one-shot you if you are not holding like any defensive abilities, like Void Mode is. So after the orbital strikes in between these like attacks, you have to activate 4 buttons before the next orbital strike is inbound, as far as I remember.
Yes.
Otherwise, the progress gets reset and you have to do it again. Well,
no,
next
progress doesn't get reset.
Oh, okay. Well, my bad.
But it still is annoying. And also, Kella ran away from me, but I got her,
Yeah, because you're a nice god gamer.
of course.
Nice. So, because pretty much that's all of the boss fight, maybe you have some donations to read. Well. Well, fine. Then pretty much we have to do the same like strat again. Ignis is pretty much the best weapon for this segment, because Ignis has like weapons in Warframe. If you put in a specific mod, they gain a specific property called punch through. So punch through refers as an ability to punch through small walls. So Ignis can punch through these small like gaps. So that's why we can easily like burn through this stage fast enough. If we wouldn't have an Ignis, we kind of had to aim correctly at 4 specific spots that has well, a very small time, well, very small uptime, and these spots that we have to actually aim at actually have consequences.
Okay, so last 2 left bosses, they're both infested. First I'm gonna fight Jorda's Golem.
Nice. Do you want to tell about who Jorda's Golem is?
So it all started when Cephalon Jordas, Cephalons being some artificial intelligences in the game, sent a distress call. So we decided to come and help him, but something strange happened.
I really thought you would have more.
Because now we're here with Jordas and he's talking really weird. Like, he's very hostile all of a sudden.
You are just like all the others. You won't kill the golem. I don't want you to.
Also,
Yeah, this way.
also, the infested spaceship tileset is not my favorite. There are some really bad rooms here.
No.
Okay. Now we have a mini boss for which I'm gonna be using Lanka, sniper rifle and one shot. And unfortunately I haven't switched from Zenurek focus to Madurai. Zenurek grants me this energy regen buff while Madurai could give me damage bonus, and
Doesn't really matter.
and this could help me one shot the coming up boss, the actual Jorda's Golem, whose only boss so far we fight in Arcwing mode. And it's a giant infested monster merged with a spaceship, and on top of that we can only damage its engines. Everything else is immortal.
What I am. Join us, and you.
Yeah, Jorda's voiceover is probably my favorite in the entire game. So to kill Jorda's Golem, we are using a thing.
Nice, one shot.
Nice, real nice. So we're using Velocitus, which is a crit-based arching weapon. If you get a correct build and if you get a crit, you can effectively one-shot this boss.
Not only crit, but also multi-shot roll, because it's only 60% without Riven.
Well, Rivens are... Let's not talk about Rivens, please.
Yes, we don't talk about that.
Nobody talks about the Rivens, like seriously. And nobody talks about the raids.
And also dumb part about that mission, there, after we killed the boss, we just had to wait.
Great work, Tenno.
Do you know what's gonna happen now?
Now it's gonna be the last boss, the Lephantis.
Oh, Lephantis. That's a very good boss. Wanna explain what is Lephantis?
Lephantis is like a giant hydra which burrows from the ground. And I haven't been much into the lore, so I cannot say anything more.
Target escape.
So, and I'm sorry, I'm not a memer enough. So maybe you will explain.
So, Lephantis is... well, how can I explain?
Be wary.
Because, like, I'm afraid that I'm about to actually explain what is Lephantis wrong, so people will eventually hate me for, like, having a Warframe speedrun here at ESA. First appearance of the game, anyway. Oh, that's a nice recoil. And, like, explaining actual important story parts wrong, so I think you won't have it right now. But hey! If you're interested in Warframe story, well, Warframe Wiki kind of has a very good timeline that explains a lot of things that you won't regularly like either encounter So like Gravity's dilemma, as I spoke earlier, like LDV's importance in a Warframe, like speed in Warframe timeline and like Warframe events and other cool stuff. But you also have like, but I'm warning you at the same time that if you've never played the game before, it actually came a very long way before being what it is now. When I started playing this game, well, it has barely any tile sets. HUD was pretty bad. There was a star chart, which was pretty hard to navigate at. Oh, here is Lephantis, by the way. An actual Lephantis. So yeah, seeing how the game kind of evolved through the years, well, kind of, yeah, motivates me to sometimes play it. Because, in my opinion, well, you don't have to listen to my opinion, like, anyways, but hey. Wait.
Also, get ready with the time.
Oh, okay.
And time.
Nice.
Nice. Just
10 seconds off the estimate. So yeah, in my opinion, Warframe kind of lacks the endgame content. So like, when you get all the stuff that you need, craft all the pizzas, an example, get all the codex, get all the stuff that you need, there's literally nothing else to do.
What's the difference between Avengers and Warframe? Avengers have an endgame. Also, what's the donation incentive for Mutalistal at VMAT?
Yeah. No.
Unfortunately.
Okay. So,
So, for the final words, if you enjoyed the run, feel free to follow me on Twitch. If you think this game looks cool, you can play it on PC, PS4, Xbox One and Switch. And I want to just show one more thing. In Warframe, you can have a dog, and
it's not a dog. It's
it's mutated dog, but you can pet it. Well, sorta. Telekinetic
You're not a
pet
dog.
pets. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Do you have anything else?
So basically, like, pretty much the thing is, when you talk about speedruns of Warframe, people don't understand why do we speedrun Warframe. So we speedrun Warframe because there is no literal endgame. We have nothing to do. We have insane amount of resources that we don't we don't have nothing to spend these resources. We have super fast frames. We have very optimized builds. We cleared everything that game had to give us. So we create some arbitrary rules that give us some way to go past it. So I consider Warframe speedrunning as the end game of Warframe, even though I'm personally not good at it. I made a bunch of runs, well, a bunch of full missions runs, which are like 12 hours long each. Optimized like new game categories pretty much, but if you'll actually check the speedrun.com, you'll find that a lot of people actually competing for Mercury, for like implant runs in general, and for ILs, for like individual levels, which are captures and, well, other cool stuff. So I want to give a bunch of shoutouts to Zopni, Akemi, Nosmag, Tavier Corsair, which makes good challenge runs, all the Warframe partners, Digital Extremes, and
Shoutouts to Tena community.
Oh, yeah.
And that's pretty much
Cold, the air and water flowing
Yeah,
hard.
thank you.
We call
Having
our
us.
home. Yeah, thank you.